Hi, I'm Dr. Amanda Dinsmore with The Whole Physician, and today I wanted to talk to you about a lecture I recently heard called The Healer's Call. The lecture was given by Mark Nepo, who wrote the book of Awakening. He is a cancer survivor and was talking to us about the twin ancient tasks of the Healer's Call. The first task is to draw the toxins out of the ill. But the second task, which is possibly even more important, is to not hold on to the toxins or infect others. This all seems pretty straightforward with something like an infection. We want to rid the patient of the virus or bacteria, but not get ourselves sick or end up infecting somebody else in the process. But later in the lecture, he asked us to break out in groups and talk about something we had learned about suffering and healing from a patient that had been in our care. And in the retelling of my story, I just suddenly started bawling about a patient I'd seen 5 years ago, maybe more. And I realized it was the first time that I had grieved her situation. I hadn't ever processed the suffering that I had seen. I just internalized it. Now, sometimes when I would have a bad shift or see something terrible, I would take it out on my family, but rarely did I ever allow myself to feel grief or feel fear or feel anything really. I would just buffer and keep myself from feeling those things. But in doing that, I never released the toxin of human suffering and pain that I saw frequently in the ER. So if I had advice for younger me, I would tell her, it's not appropriate in the middle of a shift to break down, but when I got home, instead of turning on Real Housewives of whatever city it was, or pouring a glass of wine, or hitting Taco Bell on the way home, what would have served me best was to actually just take a breath and feel what I needed to feel so that I could process it and let it go. For example, now I know that despair for me feels like a pressure behind my eyes and a constriction all the way from my neck down into my chest. But it didn't kill me, and it's a whole lot better than internalizing all of those things and carrying that baggage around for years. So, take care of yourself and remember to honor this second task of the healer. By all means, help the suffering, but in doing so, don't end up causing yourself suffering or someone else. Have a great week. Comment and let us know what you think.